So today we have gathered here to discuss about some of the topics. And the first topic that we are going to discuss here is the rise of single parents in urban part of India. So here we are going to discuss about it. What are the causes behind the rise of single parents in India? What are the outcomes of it? What is the impact on people because of it? What is the impact on children? And what is the overall impact on tier 2 and tier 3 cities, especially in the rural part of India? So anybody would like to throw some light on why there is a rise of single parents in India?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So my name is Nikhil, and I'd like to say that I think modernization plays a very important role here. Westernization.
Okay.
Nowadays, we are going towards Western culture, and I think that plays a crucial role in the.
So Western culture, you are completely going to blame Western culture for this?
No, sir, I'm not completely blaming it. Some Indian issues are also there.
Like?
Sir,
Yes, rise of divorce rates, I would say, is the major reason why a lot of people who earlier could have had a family but now are living separately
Yes.
and would want to raise their child solely.
Yes, sir.
So that I think is the major reason behind it. So why do you think is divorce rates increasing in India? I think that is the first thing that we should discuss about it. Yes.
Okay, so previously our society used to be patriarchal.
Previously.
I'm sorry, I'm not able to pronounce it correctly.
Patriarchal.
Patriarchal.
So, patriarchal. So are we not patriarchal right now?
It is diminishing.
Diminishing.
according to me. Yes.
Patriarchal means male dominated
Male
society.
dominated society. It is diminishing now. Female are getting their rights and they are showing themselves.
So are you blaming a rise of female rights
Yes.
for higher divorce rates?
Not the rise of female rights, but females are now living up to their potentials.
Living up to their potential.
Yes. And in previously.
Is it wrong?
Is it absolutely not wrong? Okay. But since now both are earning, there are ego clashes.
Yes.
And in the previous society, only the man was earning, so there were less of the ego clashes.
Yes, because the women generally used to get subjugated, they used to get dominated,
Yes,
and they used to accept that domination as well.
I will not say dominated, I will say suppressed.
Suppressed or dominated, I don't see a lot of difference in that.
There is a bit of difference.
Okay.
Okay, according to me,
tell me the
suppression and domination is a bit of extreme kind of word.
Domination can happen even without suppression.
All right.
There could be mental domination as well.
I
There could
understand.
be physical domination as well.
Yes, understood.
Suppression is somebody actually forcing somebody to come down.
All right.
Because of your rise, I can get dominated. Are you getting my point or not?
Yes.
I can feel dominated. I may
Okay.
not get dominated.
Okay,
So
okay.
domination can also be a feeling. But
Okay.
suppression is actually somebody pushing somebody down. That is suppression.
Okay,
Applying forces. So
Maybe I'm not able to find the correct word.
women were both suppressed and dominated.
And dominated.
Yes.
Not physically in every family.
Yes. Yes.
It was very kind of not in every family they were physically dominated. In some families it was there. But now since they both are earning equally, they both they exactly know their rights. So there are ego clashes, and whenever there are ego clashes, they are not able to resolve them.
And that at that time, whenever there is a fight, women say that why should I depend on
Yes,
him?
exactly.
I can just leave. I can have my own house.
Exactly. So
I can
that
live freely.
Yes. So according to me, that is the reason for the divorce rates.
All right, higher divorce rates. What do you think is the reason behind the rise of single parents?
Sir, I think that in the divorce case, after the marriage, they both are debating in certain very small topics, and then after some times for the many debates, after sometimes it makes a very
It creates a mental.
very bad mentality that I am always right, and she is also saying that I am also always right,
And
that's
nobody-
make the very big debate on
Yes,
that
yes.
time, and she also think that I have my rights to do whatever I want.
I also have a life. I can also live freely.
Yes.
Why should I live with?
On that case, the small debate makes a very.
But is it something new? Is it something new? The husband and the wives have been fighting for ages. Is this something new which is happening in
because
India?
in the modern era, the girls are also be a same level than the boys, and on that time she didn't want to have नहीं
You don't
मतलब
want to get dominated.
Exactly, sir. I'm following my friend's line that nowadays women having rights, and now if someone is having rights, they do not get down in front of any person or any individual. Like if I'm having a right to do something, I will definitely not get bow in front of you. Exactly. So on the same part, the fight has come from the years, and it's a normal and human things.
Yes,
Everyone fights between the relationships,
Even
but
the family people.
even the family, the individuals fight in between them. But on the same point, nowadays, women know that they have right to take stand, right to divorce, and right to several things. That's why they do not make such kind of understanding or talk about such kind of matter that what happened. They just say that let have a divorce or something else and let's separate.
Yes. Sir, as we see nowadays, there are many cases in divorce, but earlier we didn't see the case of divorce. I think study is a major factor nowadays, because nowadays education is a major factor in that in that situation. In these cases, because almost all the women in our women in our country,
Almost all. I think that most of the women living in the
get education,
yes,
and
yes.
who know the right of living or
And there is a right, yes, about their rights.
Yes, sir.
What rights that they have,
and
that they,
no one dominate at a certain limit.
yes, nobody can dominate you after a certain point, and they are aware about their rights.
Yes, sir.
And that has happened due to multiple reasons.
Yes, sir. That's why if male dominate to the any girl, and that's why girl stand for fight,
Sir.
and that's why divorce.
Sir, I didn't think that the rights are taking a major issue on the divorce part. Awareness about the right, because the rights are good for your knowledge that I have a right to do that. But in the divorce part, I think the mentality that she think that it is only the option that the divorce only option that divorce is the solution of this debate or the argument part. Sir, she always moves towards the divorce part.
Sir,
He or she both, right?
divorce comes with a different situation. It's not about just having a fight or such kind of things. There are many misunderstanding things like fight, dowry, pratarna,
Or like some kind of
tortures, submission, torture, or something else. It's come with a different situation. It's not a one person thing. It's come with both the individuals.
Yes, true.
Exactly. With the female, and it's never. It's not about the male point. It is taken because the situation was not handled by both of them.
Or they are not being very patient about it. They are not patient with the issues. If they would be patiently give themselves the time to resolve any differences, I think time heals all kinds of differences. And after a point of time, you realize that that person is good for me. There is a reason why I married that person. And there is a lot of thought goes behind marrying that person. It is not like you meet somebody today and you marry them tomorrow. You take a lot of time for marrying somebody. So there are a lot of thoughts involved. And suddenly, because of an argument, the first thing that you do is to decide for divorce, file for divorce. So that I think is due to a lot of reasons. Due to, I think, the female empowerment has also led to this. Although it is not wrong, it is a completely right for the female to be empowered. But the unintentional outcome of this is that it has led to more divorce.
Why are we seeing the divorce as a negative thing?
Divorce are not negative. Yeah, that is a good point actually. That's a
Why?
good point.
Because it is natural. Anything natural is not negative. The only point at which it becomes negative is when children are involved, right?
Yes.
Because
true.
children need both mother and father figure in their lives. So what I think is that divorce, if there are no children, I do not see it as a negative thing. Okay, but if you have children, then the court
And I
will.
think in that case, when the children are involved, obviously the parents are not going to be as quick in taking divorce.
And even then the court will not allow them.
Court
to-
will also, and there will a lot of like issues in taking
Yes.
divorces in that part as
So
well.
according to me, only in that case the divorce should be seen as a negative thing, and if it is mutual, it should not be seen as a negative thing.
Sir, I think that as he said that we should not see divorce as a negative thing, but I think that if we will not focus divorce as an adverse effect, then I think it's going to continue for a very long time, and it will become worse in the future for the future generation.
So
Sir, as you said that divorce is being a positive when
in certain cases.
in certain cases whenever there is no child. But sir, what were the society thinks that if the male and the female, the man or woman make the divorce, then the society thinks that they have their mutual argument or mutual thing that
mutual dislike for each other, mutual hate
dislike
for each other.
Sir, I think that divorce is happening. We can stop the divorce part for the both mentality of the both male and female. Whenever the first person is argument to the second person have to sir क्या बोलते हैं उसको मुंह बंद रखना मतलब
You should remain silent.
you may remain silent on that time because the first person is on their peak on the time he was peak, he didn't listen anything.
Only point.
He's trying to save the relationship.
Sir,
हाँ मतलब क्या
sir, if we take divorce as a positive, then I'm sure that it increase the number of.
Sir, I never said
He's saying certain cases it is
Sir, actually everything has.
not negative.
I understand.
Not negative doesn't mean positive.
I understand that. And I am saying it is positive.
Okay.
I'll tell you why as well. Please, आप लोग बोल लीजिए.
Sir, everything has a positive and a negative side, and divorce is also a kind of positive as well as the negative. And in the person's perspective, it is because divorce is not a thing like if someone wants divorce and he go to the court or go to the judge and say that I want divorce, and he get it in a quick moment. It takes time.
No, it doesn't happen like that.
It takes time.
It takes a lot
It
of
takes a lots of time. And if you talk about the understanding and such kind of things, if both the individuals ready to get and resolve the issue, differences or the issues, so then the divorce is not going to take over there.
Yes, sir.
And that is why the time is taken. That is the reason.
Sir, if I just want to say that if one has to lead a good relationship, then both have to be at a mutual agreement.
Obviously.
If they don't want to be, then also they want to compromise at some places.
Somebody has to get down. Somebody has to
Or
listen.
sir, I'm not saying that only women, both the men and women should compromise at some place so that they can have a good relationship and good marriage life.
All right.
We can see disagreement, but we have seen disagreement between parents also, parents and the child, siblings also, but they don't get separate.
Because they have been living together for so many years that the bonding is so strong that small arguments will not affect it.
That's what I'm saying, that it can be meant between the two people, between the marriage guys also, if they continue their relation by doing some compromises.
Understood. So what I was up to pehle inko, like I want him to speak because he has not spoken at all. Yes, your point, sir, first.
Sir,
Then I'll
first
say.
of all, I haven't seen any divorce cases, so
I will not make any opinion on it.
means in my village area there was no any divorce cases, so I am not suffering from this.
But Hani,
I am reading.
I have not observed, sir. I have not
I
observed.
read in newspaper and I listen very some cases that women are have lots of money. They understand कि I am surviving without him.
Without her.
Women
Acha, women think that I have a lot of money as maintenance or alimony and I can survive without him.
I can survive without him, and this is also a law without means.
Now there are two aspects to it. Divorce, if you look at it, there are two aspects to it. First aspect is that it also differs geographically. If you're talking about metro cities, over there divorce is looked at from a different perspective as freedom for women. And if you talk about rural areas or tier 3, tier 4 cities, over there divorce is a social stigma on women. If a woman or a girl is divorced, she is not accepted anywhere. She is looked down upon. She is not, she will have a lot of issues in making friends. She will have a lot of issues in marrying again, because nobody would want to marry somebody who is already divorced. But for men, that is not the case. है ना? So it also differs geographically, whether you're talking about, so our opinion are varying, or our opinion we are having differences because of society. So everything depends on the kind of society that you live. So, and the other part, if I'm talking about the divorce being a positive aspect, it is completely positive to those people who are economically sound, both of them, and they don't want to live with somebody who according to them is toxic to them. So it's completely freedom. It's better to live freely alone compared to living with a person that you don't like, and forever you have to live with that person, sleep with that person. You don't want to be in that cage forever. So in that case, it is completely right. So there is a positive side to it.
But I'm not said that positive. I'm saying that don't highlight the positive as a.
Why not? I think in some cases highlighting is actually the good thing to do. Exactly. Because in that case, a lot of women who will feel that okay, I have been married, and just because I have been married, I should live with that person forever. And he is toxic to me, he doesn't talk to me properly, he doesn't behave with me properly, and even after that I have to live with that person. If divorce is being highlighted, or good types of divorce are being highlighted, I think that is going to do justice to that girl as well. She can also feel motivated, and she can also take initiative for that, or not. Depends on case.
Yes, sir.
Sir, as you said that it's right to highlight divorce when the relationship, in certain cases when the relationship is toxic. Yes. Sir, I also agree with that, but don't you think that it will influence the those masses also who are having a
Good relation?
no, not good relation, means common disagreement, or
Yes, sir.
sir, I am saying that don't you think that it will also influence those who have small debates or small arguments?
Small differences. So the problem is that I think we are mixing two different issues. That is the major problem. Because there are different types of people in India, there are people with different background, financial or intellectual abilities as well. So that's why for some it can be sounding very positive, for some it can be negative as well. But just because somebody is living in a toxic relationship, should we not think about it?
No, sir, we should.
Is it better not to live freely than to live with a person who is toxic to you? If there are debates which are happening between two people, if there are small differences as well, which can lead to bigger differences, if that is there, is it not a good thing to live separately?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
What is wrong in that?
I want to make a point. See, it is never wrong to highlight the truth.
Yes.
Okay. For example, in the newspaper, we see positive things and negative things. What their job is to highlight the truth, to show you the truth. Okay. And now it depends on the person how he sees it and how he reacts to it. Right. So a person should have the intellectual ability to see it and apply it to himself. Okay. The things he's seeing on the newspaper.